Next is the mercenaries, and yes, I think crafting, we're going to see more things to craft. I'm not sure what, but be prepared. I think they're starting to care more about that. Quests, I think quests are going to upgrade when we have World 3, we'll have new ones. And maybe they will take like the weapon one, the item one, that when you upgrade items, like I think they might take the levels further. So be prepared on that. This patch, I'm guessing once level 80 stones come out, they might upgrade something, or this patch will be upgraded with World 3. Grounds, I'm hoping they just double all the experience. Grounds is a mess. Grounds is well behind. I think there might be a very huge upgrade. Even though it might seem huge, it's probably not going to be huge. Academy, I think they might add another... another row. Like, for instance, let's take the magicians. I'm guessing that... So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 along here. I think we might end up having a 7th. So maybe prepare for that. Maybe think how you're going to use your academy tickets in the future. So don't waste them. Requests, a long need update. I think with World 3, once World 3 comes out, I think the requests might get updated. I think we might get some fairer update. I don't know that. Maybe not. They're really stingy on what you get with the requests, so be prepared for something no longer better. The organized section has always been a mess and sometimes can like mess up the game. So generally speaking, I keep away from it. I don't ever go to the organized section. I don't want anything to do with that. So they might fix that one day. I'll never know. Next, let's talk about the guild. Will guild stuff change? Will donate change? Will anything change? I don't think there will be many changes to the guild. They've already changed guild raid. I think enough for this year. Will siege battle change? Probably yes. Will guild battle change? Probably no. Will be upgraded because I think siege battle is going to be similar to the new game that they're making. The same company is making, and I think Siege Battle is what they're using the next game off. So I think they might test things on us using Siege Battle to see what we like and what we don't like. So that's my guess at the moment. My guess is that the new game they're making, Eternal Three Kingdoms, the game that I don't think will do very well if it's going to go the way I think it is, will just be based off of Siege Battle, a loose in the Siege Battle. So it's just like, you know, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, that kind of thing. So I do think we're going to see some upgrades. I don't know how good it's going to be, but at the end of the day, we're not getting any gems for Siege Battle, but we're getting, like, you know, we're getting some better stuff, items and stuff for Guild Battle and Guild Raid. I think people are going to be happy to see some kind of update to Siege Battle, but let's see what happens. Next, will membership increase to 25, or will there be an increase in membership numbers? I think it's possible, and that will be if they merge the servers. Like, I think it might happen. We might get 25, might even get 30 members. Why? Because I do think Global 2 is a bit dead, and I think they messed up, like, how, because when people start the game, some people in certain countries still start in Global 1, so they never really fixed it up. So I think Global 2 is pretty much like, I'm guessing by March to June it might merge with Global 1, and perhaps they might increase the guild, the membership to work with that. So keep that in mind. I'm guessing there could be a merge coming. Who knows? So that's the guild. Now the next part is the bag, and the bag is the biggest change that I should expect. So what kind of changes can we expect? Loads. Too many. I don't have enough time to talk about it, but let's talk about gear. Let's talk about soul weapons. I think soul weapons are really going to be, they're going to have to do something about these dupes of hero soul weapons. I think both you, both me, I think everyone who has dupes of soul weapons will feel very afraid to scrap, because we know that what you get back for scrapping is unbelievably awful, and I'm sure they're planning what to do. Some ideas I would put forward could include, you know, if you have like 2 or 3 of the same, you can switch it for a hero soul weapon of your choice if you have 3 of the same, or perhaps if you have 3 of the same and they make a transcendence, they might like transcend, then maybe if you have 3 of the same, maybe you can transcend your soul weapon. Or if you have perhaps 5 different, just 5 dupes, I don't recommend it. I prefer, you know, if it's less, if it's just like any 3 or any 2 and you use it for a transcend or something, that would be better. But knowing how, like, you know, how it could go, it would just be like, you know, any 5 dupes for 1 transcend perhaps, or 3 of the same dupe could have like an, you know, like just that same amount. I'm guessing something like that. I'm guessing we could see a transcend, or we could see some interesting swapping system take place. The swapping system could take place. With regard to soul weapons, I think something big might happen in the soul weapon shop. I think the soul weapon shop might probably offer the chance to have some specific pulls on certain soul weapons, because most people have all the hero ones. So the devs will be losing money, so they're probably going to want to do something about that. Okay, so let's look at the other types of gear. Well, not much to say about the other gear for now. But let's go to relics. Yes, there'll probably be more relics. How could there not? Next up, materials. Will soul weapon materials change? Probably not. Crafting. Will crafting materials change? Maybe yes. Maybe, for instance, these temple pieces, maybe they will do something where you could actually maybe fuse them into something. Maybe a new crafting shop will want those to be used, and that will bring people back to the temple to waste their shoes again. So I'm sure these will eventually become probably viable. So be prepared. I am always hoping that this hardener may one day be able to be fused to make a superior hardener. I do really hope that one day such a thing would happen, and then we could really enjoy the crafting situation. Will it happen? I think it could be possible, so I'd say hold on to these. Next, materials. Remember, if we have a second awakening, these books are going to become more and more important, so keep that in mind. Other materials, yeah, if we're going to have level 80, I think definitely this year we're going to have level, like, what we're going to call, like, rank 8 stones, which would take you to, which would, you know, at level 70, then you could get to level 80. I'm pretty sure level 80 will come out. So, how many of these, like, yellow stones would you probably need to fuse? At the moment you can't fuse, but in the future when you can fuse, so you need 10 for one, but how many will you need on the next hero? Probably around 28 to 30. So you need about 280 to 300 stones per hero you have that you want to upgrade. So keep that in mind, the amount of hero stones that you have, these rank 7s. So, and think the same for soldier ones as well. Of course you'll need less for an upgrade, but you'll still need quite a lot. You'll probably need about 80. You probably need, yeah, maybe around 80, fuse 80 to get to get one soldier up. Probably around 70 to 80. So keep that in mind. You want to hold on to those. Next, items. Will old stuff become viable, like exchange this event item for event rewards? I mean will these all these items become good? Well, for me, I can actually, these items already have become good, because I think if you go to the shop, you could take those items, you could take certain items, and I think you can actually switch them for gold. I didn't even try, but because this isn't my main account, but can I do that? Is that right? Yeah, so You can swap them. You can swap a bunch of them for gold. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I did a few there. So you get a bit of gold. So will they, for example, will the older stuff that you haven't used be able to be exchanged for gold coins? I don't know. They might be kind enough to do it. I can't be sure. It's possible, but I don't know. But for now, yeah, I can't be sure whether that will upgrade or not. Next up, we'll go to the arena. The arena has already had some major changes. The major changes include the recent change of like being able to mix two factions together in the faction arena. That's quite a change on the last time, and before that there was a different style where you had to change your faction every week or day or 2 weeks, I forgot, but it was very often, and that was very irritating at the beginning. So it seems that they do one change a year, so actually the next change to faction arena will probably come in 2024. The 1v1, 2v2 through v3, those have had a change around 6 months ago. The major change that we can see is yeah, I don't normally do arena on this account, but the major change we can see is the map info section where you do the arena event and there's some extra impact. Now, I think this was a big point for the developers. They really cared about this. So my idea would be they'll take this a step up, whatever that could be. Or will it be possible that not only will they have heroes that you are banned with, but will they have heroes you could use, and then they, like, if you use those heroes, you get some extra upgrade for using just those heroes. Like if you win in the arena, like you get some extra points. That kind of thing could happen. But yeah, so I don't think faction arena could change it more. However, there might be, imagine this, a second special arena, another type. I wouldn't be surprised. You must remember, when we first played this game, it was like 5 entries per go. Then they reduced it to 3. I think they might, and because of the way they changed the way you do raid, and so people can log in like a bit less often and stuff like that. I do think they might add a new arena, and I think that might make people go, "Woo!" You know, it might make people feel happy. What kind of new arena will it be? Could it end up being a 1v1? Could it be something very, very, very like small? Like, I'm guessing it will be small, so it doesn't like make us go crazy on the time. But I'm expecting maybe a special arena, maybe a second one this year. If not, maybe who knows what they could do? Could they be so crazy to do a 5v5? Could they do a 5v5? Sure they could. I think it could happen. 4v4 or 5v5. It would definitely break down my computer. But keep that in mind so you kind of know, it would be in the developer's interest that people use and equip more weapons and gear and put more cash into more units. So a 5v5, like, imagine that, that's really a top 100 v 100. I do think this game really would love to have 100 v 100 and not 60 v 60. So I think for them it would be a major, it would be like their goal to get 100 v 100. So be prepared, be prepared.